Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Are we excited? It's almost the weekend. One more day. Woo! Right? All right. So I am super excited to share with you our episode 7, Love Scramblers. Good morning, Suzanne. Yay! You made it live. So if you are watching live, go ahead and comment 1. And if you are watching the replay, oh gosh, Layla, go ahead and comment 2. Oh gosh, oh. She literally is knocking over my stand with my phone. She's being bad today. Okay. Oh man, okay. Alright, so if we are meeting the first time, my name is Brianna Anninger, and I am passionate about empowering and inspiring people just like you to truly wake up and live. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Alright, so let's get into it. If you are somebody that either you have someone that you love, or that it is you that maybe that you are gone long periods of time. Let's say that maybe you work from home and you have to go to a conference, or maybe that you have a job that you have to travel a lot. So what happens is that sometimes when we come home that we can't, not that we can't, but maybe that we just don't do, is that we don't leave our work where it is, right? So maybe when we come home, the person that we love is kind of feels empty. Their tank maybe feels empty because of if their love language is quality time and they're not getting that quality time. Or maybe that it is, if you're in the military, that, you know, duty calls and the mission is first, and so you come home and maybe there's some disappointment that you weren't able to accomplish the mission, and so you have that, like, that mentality, that mindset that about the mission and not about the home life, right? So it's super important to be able to separate the two, that when you come home, you take your boots off or you take your jacket off. And when you take that article of clothing off, it's like you're taking that mindset off and you're coming home to be with the person that you love, okay? And that is where that communication and that understanding comes from. Now, if you are someone that maybe works from home and you have a conference, the same thing is that you could be gone away and the other person that you love is at home, and the kids, you know, they have to take care of the kids, they have to make sure the house is clean, cook for themselves, and if they're not used to that, it could be built up that resentment that they weren't able to go. So it's super important to have that communication, that when that person is away, that you have a mutual understanding that the goal is for both of you, right? And then when you have that understanding, then the other person be like, oh, okay, you know, I could support that person. And especially if their love language is the acts of service. So when that other person that they love is away, maybe they can do some things around the house that when that spouse comes back, or the person that you love, if it's like a mother, if you live at home and, you know, it's a mom or a father, that they can come home and their love tank can be filled. Because sometimes when there's that separation, the love tank is depleted. So it is just super important to have that understanding and be able to do some things to fill that love tank, okay? So that is the first one. And then the second one that we're going to talk about is the reintegration. So this was something that was very challenging for Mike and I, and we go through it probably at a monthly basis, because when he's gone and then he comes back, and then he's gone and then he comes back, so what happens is that I have like my own routine, right? and that I wake up at 6:30 in the morning, I do my devotionals, and then I get ready to visit with you guys every day. And I take my 3-step nutritional system and feed the dogs. And so that's like my morning routine, right? But when Mike comes home, my morning routine is like interrupted because he maybe doesn't wake up as early. So then I have to worry about, okay, if the lights are on, it's going to wake him up because he works really hard, and so he needs all the rest that he can get. And so what ends up happening is that, like, I get this push-pull, right, where I want to be a really great wife, but at the same time, I have, like, my work, that because I work from home. And so what was happening was I was getting this built-up resentment, and Mike was getting built-up resentment too, because not only did he need his rest, but that he wanted to, when he's home, he has so much stuff to do too, because he has drill. So he has to get ready for drill. He has to get all his equipment ready. He has to do his laundry because he's on the road, so when he comes home. So he has all these tasks that he wants to do. And then on top of that, our love languages are different. So Mike's love language is that words of affirmation. My love language is the acts of service and quality time. So if I'm not getting that quality time, then there could be that miscommunication, right? So we had to sit down and we had to really talk and say, okay, this is what I need. And then he's like, this is what I need. And we were both feeling the same thing, but at the same time, we wanted to be there for each other too. So it's just super important to really sit down and really ask the person that you love, like, what do you need? How can I help you? Hey, Casper. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on today, you guys. It's happy Friday, right? So crazy day in the Anager house. Yeah, that was Casper. No, it's not the ball. It's like it was like Layla's like little toy that come on, Casper, come on. Oh gosh. So yes, this is real life, you guys, and these are my dog children. So anyways, where I was, okay, so it is super important to have that communication, and to really communicate that what you truly need. So that reintegration, that you could be used to having your life a certain way, and then all of a sudden it's like changed, and then you get used to doing it this way, and then it's changed again. So that could really mess with like your mood. It could mess with your emotions and just like your mentality, right? And your production. So it's just super important to just have that communication, okay? So that is our episode for today. And I hope that you found something helpful. And if you did and you were thinking of somebody when we were talking, go ahead and share this broadcast with them. You will let them know that we have crazy mornings, but at the same time, we can't let things derail us, right? We can't let this message that, I'm supposed to share with you guys not be said because of the distractions, okay? So I hope you guys have a great Friday. I hope you guys do something fun. I hope you guys are learning something in this series of the 5 love languages, and that you know what your love language is, and that maybe that you have been able to communicate with the person that you love, and that your guys' relationships are growing. And so tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we are going to talk about discovering your primary love language, okay? So have a great Friday. We're almost here on the weekend, and I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye!